In today's tutorial, I'll be showing you how to press what is the bane of a lot of sublimators' lives, slate. Now, slate is a naturally occurring material, so no two are ever exactly the same. They can come with slight pockets of air within them, and so it can be a bit tricky to get the image just right on. I'll show you a few tips and tricks that we use and what will mitigate some of the problems that you may run into. Now, what you're going to need for slate pressing is a flatbed heat press, and we highly recommend a swing away press. Clamshell presses can be used, but the pressure on the back of them isn't ideal for something that's this thick. Now, you'll also need heat gloves for handling, scissors for cutting out your design, and you may want tape to affix the design onto the slate, but it's not necessary or strictly needed. Now, trim every edge of the design and oversize the design so that it's bigger than your actual slate is. This ensures that every edge of the slate will get covered in ink and will give you a good image. Now, with the slate itself, you want to preheat it. This can be done in your heat press. Simply pop the slate under the heat press and clamp the press down. Do this for about 30 seconds and it should get the slate up to about 80 degrees Celsius. That's enough to get any cold spots that may prevent it from transferring the image. And with that done, you're ready to start pressing. First, set your press to 200 degrees Celsius and 480 seconds. Ensure you're wearing heat gloves whenever operating a heat press, as we don't want to burn our hands. With slates, we recommend preheating them to around 80 degrees C. Pop it into your heat press and clamp the lid shut for 30 seconds. This should be enough time to preheat the slate. With that done, you can remove the slate and then apply your design. You can wrap the design around the slate and tape it on the opposite side. This ensures no movement later on. With the slate in place, close the press and start the timer. When the timer beeps, open your press. But we're not quite done yet. We've pressed this slate face down for 480 seconds. We're now going to turn it over and press the top surface for another 15 to 30 seconds. Once the time has elapsed, open the press and you can remove the slate and leave it to one side to cool. And here we have our final product, the pressed rock slate, and as you can see, it looks brilliant. For such a troublesome item, it's not too hard to get right. The blacks are very deep, and as you can see, the tone has changed entirely to the printed page. Never judge the printed page to be the final result. Always press it, and you'll find that what happens is the ink activates when transferred to the blank, and the colours change to be more accurate.